Well, I hope this, that I get this out. Here we go. Are we back? Okay, I think we're back. I can't tell because of the delay. Yay. All right. I'm gonna move this out of the... I'm so sorry. Everything crashed on me. And also, I had a pretty big bout of anxiety come on. So, I did my meditation, took my medication, I got coffee, and then I let the dogs out, and yeah, then now we're back, okay? We're back. I had to clean off my desk a little bit so that we could have room for the Pan Pastels. So let me grab this real quick. I just got this in. And it's made, it's a tray, or a palette, they call it. It's a tray for to put the pastels in. I want this off of here. So I was really scared to get back on here. Panic attack, right? Okay. I'm not sure which one is the lid. This is the bottom. So I'll put this here. Will that work? No. Of course not. Like that. Now, we're not going to be using all the colors today. So I'm not even going to pull them all out. I've got a lid. It's pearl white medium, pearl white fine, or coarse. I think it's coarse. Coarse, yes. And they have the names printed on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that very well. They're very clear and I like that. So we actually have 3 blacks in here to try out. And that's the pearl medium black. Fine, it's fine. And then we have pearl medium black coarse. I think that they make it glittery. This is titanium white. I also have the pearl in both white shades, and this is the colorless blender. I'm gonna leave that out. And then we've got just regular black. And I think these pop in here. I'm not real sure. Okay, yeah, they do. And then I saw somebody say that you can use the lid to get them out. That works very well. All right. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do it like that. Wow. And then, of course. Okay, they're a little bit difficult to get in. Hopefully it's worth it. Now I also have permanent red, orange, this bright yellow. I heard one lady on YouTube call it offensive. It's very offensive. It's Hansa yellow or Hansa yellow. Phthalo green. Phthalo green. Ultramarine blue. Violet. And magenta. This is probably not a smart way to do this, but I'm trying it anyway because I've wanted to ever since I got them. I didn't screw any of these together first. Oh, that is so neat. You could just hold them in one hand and... I mean, I can. I don't know if I would recommend that to anybody. But that sure was fun. Okay. Stop this foolishness. Alright. These are just empty jars that you can use for mixing colors. I'm wondering if they fit in here too. They surely do. Okay. I'm not even setting this up in any specific way right now. I'm just seeing what's up. So, I have wanted these forever, and I just got them. I only got the one set of colors. I'll have to look it up and see exactly which one it is. But I want to say it's the artist set, which came with all of those colors as well as burnt umber, black, and like I said, the titanium white. I'm going to put all the whites together because I don't think I'm going to be using any white. I might need to if it gets too dark close to the Phoenix's flames. We'll see. This is my I think my third time using them. The very first time I used them was on this one, which I posted on Instagram a few days ago. I only used the orange around the very inside edges of the flower, and then I used the Hansa yellow to blend out the background. I fell in love with these, I really did. And then I came back just with my pencil eraser around the very edges. They erase very well as well. My second thing I did with them was this. Same kind of thing. I just did the phthalo green around the very edges, and I was able to blend it all the way in. I did not use anything else, just the green, and I used this shape sponge, and also I'm making a mess. That's actually part of the motto around here, is make a mess. I'm a mess. Art is messy. I make messes. I clean up messes. But art is messy sometimes. So, okay. So I use this tool right here as well. They come with these thingies. So it looks like an eyeshadow brush, but it's made of a different material. And they go in here. And I'm not honestly very sure how I feel about it. Because this was tearing up so bad. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see it? It was tearing up so bad and it was bending like that. And then the thing started coming out. Within just a few minutes of me starting this, so I switched to this bigger sponge, and it tore that up too. And I'm not sure if it's because my get over there because my paper is too textured. I'll be honest, I love the paper that I use so much that I'm probably not willing to trade out my paper in order to save the sponges. But it could be something else. It could be like I'm not having enough pigment on there, so it's not sliding smooth enough. But I'm not the only person that's talked about that being a thing. Anyway, so I did this background, and I was able to keep it pretty much out of the area. I didn't have to use the eraser to go back around it. And then I used the pastel to fill in the background of a piece and then go over it with colored pencil, and it came out really amazing. But I'm planning on making that one into a video, so I'm not going to show you yet. Okay. So, set these aside. I do love how that came out. Okay. I say that all the time. You'll get used to it. Or it'll annoy you and you'll go away. Either way. These are the little brushes. Sorry. These are the little brushes that came with the kit, as well as these ones and these ones. The rest of them I bought separately. So that all came with it. At this moment, I am not well versed on these tools, so we're gonna get real well versed on them. I just forgot something I need to do. I just remembered something that I forgot I needed to do. Alright. We're going to talk more about these tools in a bit. Got brushes. What I want to do is very quickly go back through and add little color flicks all around our phoenix here. I'm going to use those two. Orange. I'm going to do crimson red instead of Tuscan red. Maybe permanent red. I'm not sure about that one. Oh, that does look pretty though. Okay. We're gonna do these 3 or 4. And I'm gonna try and keep this colorless blender. I'm going to try and keep this fairly quick. I just want it to look like fire flecks coming off of the wings. I was told that the pencil sharpener is not that loud. Almost done, I promise. think I need to change the batteries on the sharpener. Okay. Here we go. Let's do this. I had meant to do this off camera, honestly. It is what it is. All right. So, if you're here, you're probably wondering, who are you? What is this? Hi. Welcome to Periwinkle Palace Art. I'm Princess Bun Bun. And we do art here. So that's what I'm doing. We started working on this a little earlier in the first live stream I did, it was about 20 minutes. I think that was okay. Most of the time when I'm doing art, I don't actually turn my paper all the time. I'm trying to put this right through the light areas. Anyway, I don't usually turn my paper like this. Oops. Art mistake. I didn't mean to make two. Anyway. I don't usually turn my paper like this. I turn it a little bit, but sometimes I even tape it down to whatever surface I'm using. And this one though, I'm turning it and turning and turning it because everything I'm putting down, I'm trying to flick outwards. So it's just easier for me to turn the paper when I'm doing this particular thing. I have some challenges when it comes to working with my hand. I have some challenges when it comes to using my body. Okay, let's just... Anyway, I have been feeling pretty low and worried about the things that are going on in the world right now, and art makes me feel better, and I thought I would stop futzing around and go ahead and start this YouTube channel just in case the world ends, you know. I apologize if I'm making you dizzy. I'm not trying to. I'm really just being random with this. Trying to be random. I'm not even, I have no set number of them I'm putting on here, nor do I have any set area or spacing, because this is, we're gonna do 4 colors. We're gonna just go around. Okay. I'm hesitant to go here. We'll just do some small ones because I flicked out with the yellow yesterday and it really didn't look fantastic. I guess that's alright. So I found the poll button and the Q&A button after my everything crashed. I'll use that. That's definitely a thing wanting to use. There do have to be people in the chat for me to do that, I think. I have no idea what I'm doing, y'all. None. It's fine. Everything's fine. I really did mean to make these smaller than that. This is what I mean about being heavy-handed. I tend to press hard. I have to be pretty conscious about how I'm holding my tools. I don't know why I did that. These are supposed to be flex. Art challenge. Sometimes it's just a challenge for me to small flicks, small flicks. Not my favoriteest way for that to come out. We'll just go with it. We'll just go with it. Okay? That's what we do. We just go with it. This is a Crimson Lake. Do we like that? I think I'm being a little bit extra here. What if I come along the edge of each little flame? I don't know. Squinty art stare. So, if there were people here, I would ask them, what are you worried about today? Do you have anxiety? Are you feeling pressure? I don't know what I'm trying to do here, but it's certainly not looking how I envisioned this. That happens. Means that's good enough. I don't know why the chat box keeps going away. Okay. We're still good? Let's go. I don't even know if the shell is going to show up. Yeah, not really. Let's just go on with the, what is, I can barely read them. I wish that people did not use gold and silver to mark pencils, but yellow to orange. I can finally read it, yay! Okay, that's helping. This is not going the way I wanted it to. But I am just trying to trust the process. Like we're supposed to trust the president right now. That's what they say. Trust the president. I don't really know how I feel about that. A little bit here, a little bit there. I might erase this, people. I didn't put any orange on this wing, did I? Okay. I'm gonna quit messing with that. I really don't at this moment like how that looks. But we're moving on. I'm going to set this kind of out of the way. Sort of. Okay. Let me turn it around. Let's turn it around. This kind of takes up a lot of room on a desk. Okay. I think I have about 1,000 tools we could use for this. Some that I got for it, and some that I've scrounged up from my other supplies. Let's just jump in. That's interesting. Just like I don't know what this material is. I think it's some kind of foam. Let's try the other end. Now this is a powder. Oh my goodness. That's surprising. That makes it feel so much more like charcoal. I don't know if I like that. I'm sensitive to textures. Like, I don't know if I like that. I do kind of like the level of coverage I'm getting here. And it's sticking to the paper a little better. Because this is hard. It's pressing into the tooth. Which I might not want if I wanted to blend this a lot. maybe, I don't know. But it applies it pretty well. And if you're doing a full around background, maybe you can go ahead and flatten that tooth down. I honestly don't know. We're just experimenting on this together. It still blends out pretty well. I bought these off of Amazon. I got different size ones. Yeah. Here's a couple more. Oh. Okay. I don't know that I'm a fan of the spongy end. That really makes it like charcoal. It's definitely not my favorite texture. Okay, let's grab one of my dense little brushes. I know that people have said that brushes aren't going to get the job done. They do kick up a good bit of dust. Is this just turning into a mess? Oh my. Trust the process! Okay. Let's try this. This is made for it. That's it right there. Like that. Yeah. Here we go. Don't go wild. Don't go wild. I go wild. If you want to know anything about anything that I'm using, just ask. Or you can put it in the comments if you're seeing this video later. I'm having a lot of fun with the texture here. I wasn't having fun with the texture of the, I don't know what it's called. It's like a brush, I think is what it was called on Amazon. Yeah, see right here? That little tool I was using flattened the paper. Have any of you ever used Pan Pastels before? Like I said, this is my first time trying them. So I know that I absolutely do not know what I'm doing. I really shouldn't have gotten that over that. and over here. Hang on. Let's see. Need an eraser. This is the part I was worried about. I mean, it's not horrible or ruined. I wouldn't say I would do that on purpose, but I feel like if it happens accidentally, it can be fixed. I feel a little scared right now. Alright. Let me... So, there comes a time in pretty much every art I do where I'm looking at it and I absolutely hate it. I feel like that's something that many artists go through. I could be making that up. Am I making it up? I think so. So, I've hit that point. I absolutely hate it. And I'm genuinely like, I want to throw it. Which is what I used to do. I used to just, if my art wasn't coming out right, I would just throw it away. Tell myself I would redo it and never redo it. Or I would just set it in a pile for later and never come back to it. I don't do that anymore. I understand now that it's gonna look ugly. Your art and my art and everybody's art is going to look ugly before it looks good. Uh-oh. Someone's home. Yay! Let me, well, no. My husband had come home. But it's early, I think. No, that's Damien. Okay. I've tried to warn everybody that I'm gonna be live. And I'm live, and nobody's paying attention. Yes. You can probably see him back there on the camera. But if that is a problem, I will come back and edit it later. I don't know what to do about it. What are we thinking about this? I so hate it right now. I absolutely hate it right now. Let's do some more of it. That's how we do it. Oh. I don't know why I keep putting it in that one spot. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking for a little bit since nobody's even in here, and I'm just gonna focus on this, because, you know, sometimes when you're doing the art, you need to focus. I'm probably not doing myself any good by trying to get it in between the flames, but it'll be what it'll be. Just put little dabs here and there, maybe. So far, I find it a little bit difficult to judge how much pigment is actually on the tool. And I don't know, maybe that's something I'll get good at with time. What I'm doing here is super basic, I know that. I'm not trying to do anything super fancy. I really just want a good kind of, what you call it, uniform dents. What word am I looking for? I just want it to have, I don't know, I'll think of the word. I'll think of it eventually. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, I like the way it goes around the edges a lot. When I say the edges, I mean of the paper. It gets so dark and clean right there. Now, supposedly you can turn these things sideways like this. I haven't tried that yet. Alright, I'm gonna set this aside, and I'm gonna set that aside for a sec, just to, that will drive me crazy. Crazier than I already am. Okay? But look, now I haven't worked a lot with pastel sticks, but I know that they put out more dust than that. And for sure, when I use colored pencils, they put out more dust and flecks than that. So let's we're gonna grab one of these small tools, if I can find it. Okay, here we go. I'm putting this one to the side because it has green on it. Stick this little thing in there. Okay. There we go. I'm going to try and use this to smooth out around the wing and the tail. See if I can get in those tiny spots. I feel like I might need to tape this down. I do know somebody also told me that you should not press hard with these. That makes them tear up more. Again, if you want to know what I'm listening to, since I can't play my music for you, it's right there. I'm trying to learn how to do this. It's right there. It's current listening to, and that's what I'm dancing to. I'm trying not to overlap onto the flames, but kind of get as close as I dare. Yeah. I had thought about applying a wax resist around the wings and decided not to, and I don't know if that was the right choice to decide not to, but that was neat. Did you see the little way I made that line? Let's try that again. Ooh, there we go. The edge of it. Oh, I like that. Reese, that's enough water, buddy. You make yourself sick, dude. There's my doggy over there. Reese. Reese. Take a break, buddy. See if I can hold the paper down correctly. That looks like a hot mess right now. It looks like a hot mess. Okay. I don't know if I don't like this. I don't like it. Not, the product is fine, but what I have done. So, when I started this earlier, I was talking about how I might mess this up. I might be messing it up. But this is how I learn stuff. I call it the FAFO method. I used to call it break it to learn how to work it. I don't anymore because everybody knows what FAFO is, so I just go with that. It's become part of the popular lingo. Should I have done that? I don't know. No, I do know that this erases really well, but I have not. I've been avoiding the black because it's so highly pigmented. It's a little bit daunting. Do you ever feel that way? You go to use something and you're just like, you feel it's daunting, nervous to use it, nervous to work on it, nervous that you're gonna mess it up. Well, I'm here to tell you that for the most part, and I can't think of one that doesn't fit this description currently, I have learned that if I just keep going with the piece of art or project that I'm hating, at some point, it looks great and I love it. The trick is to just keep going. No matter how much you want to throw it. I thought my husband was home, but I was way off on time. It was my oldest. I lost track of time. I know that I'm covering up some of these flecks I put in here. At the moment, I don't really care. I'm trying to get a grip on how to use this effectively. Curiosity. Okay, doesn't come off with water. Does come off with the eraser. I know that for sure. So at this point, I could go in with an eraser and try to blend all this, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna jump full force into this, and we're gonna put the background on everywhere, and then we'll worry about blending it out. So I'm gonna grab a larger sponge. I'll use this one. And let's get in here and just get the black everywhere. We're just gonna get it everywhere. Okay. What am I doing? No idea. No idea. Let's just keep going. So, just to be clear, this is not ever going to be a tutorial channel. It can't be a tutorial channel. Let me shake my hand out. They're kind of hurting. I don't do tutorials. I do experiments. That's what I do. The anxiety is chasing me today. I just have this right here in my ribcage, this like almost pain, but it's not pain. It's like a twisting knot, I guess, right in my gut, and I don't like it. I'm trying to go light with it because you can always add more, right? It doesn't come off very much on your fingers. I have used it on my finger a couple of times, just a little bit. And I'll do that for you guys in just a minute. I'm just trying to kind of get that base layer down. If you're thinking to yourself right now, oh no, Bun Bun, you have destroyed that. Don't worry, I'm thinking it too. It's absolutely what's going through my mind. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you did say you were going to go live and embarrass yourself today, but I wasn't quite thinking it was going to go like this. So I didn't think it was going to be my art that embarrassed me today, but I also knew that I had no idea what was going to happen, and that's just part of my life. I think that's part of everybody's life, and I don't know about you, but I have trouble accepting change sometimes. Okay, let me be honest, hang on. I have trouble accepting change all the time. Let's be honest. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that either. I do have a little bit of it on my hands. Okay. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. Everybody chant with me. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. Okay, so now I just want to get a lot more on there. Because blendable or not, if there's not enough on there, I'm not going to be able to do anything. I don't want gray, I want black. Right? That's what I said. There we go. Now it's getting that beautiful buildup of color I was talking about. It's extremely layerable. And I just kept blending it the other day. Just blend and blend and blend and blend with different tools. And it went beautifully. Again, I wasn't using black. Take me into your loving arms. I need to stop being precious with it and just go for it, right? Once you get into it, I don't know, the other day when I was using it, I just kind of like got into it and it just went by really fast. It's really satisfying to do this though. Just spread it kind of willy-nilly. I mean, that's kind of what you do with pastels, right? Get scribbly a little bit. I don't know. I've never really used them a lot, so if you have any experience with pastels, let me know. This is all new to me. I'm not doing anything today that I already knew how to do. We're streaming and we are using Pan Pastels and making a mess. That's what we're doing. And I do hope that you enjoy this. I hope you enjoy this, and if you can't stand my voice, you can always turn off the audio and just watch what I'm doing. Now, earlier, someone told me, I think my husband told me that on Twitch, because he streams on Twitch sometimes when he's playing games, he told me that Twitch kind of recommends that your first few streams you do for like 3 hours, and that's cool. I'm not doing that. I will stream for as long as I can stream, or as long as I want to stream, because why. Because of reasons that I told him earlier, but I can't remember now. So I'm looking at this and I have a question now. Do I like this side better? Where I went in with the strokes, or do I like this fuzzy edge side better? Let's see. Oh, definitely. I like this side better. Which, is that a problem? Because, I mean, I already put it over here. All right. Let's figure out what we can do here. Uh-oh. Okay. What have you done? All right. This is not a problem. There's no problem here. I do want to take that dot out of there. Let's see. Okay. Let's grab the erasers. Where's my other eraser? Has anybody seen my eraser? Did I drop it on the floor? Oh, there it is. Okay. Critical thinking skills here. Let me brush this off a little bit. I don't want any loose pigment on here right now. That is one thing I'm enjoying so far, is that there's not a lot of dust. The dust and the mess is one of the reasons that I've never really gotten into pastel that much, especially the more chalky, powdery pastels. Not my thing. I'm looking at the tools I have. I think we're just going to continue on with what we've got here. We're going to use this. I'm going to erase around everything real quick. I've made a mess. I knew I was going to make a mess, but I've made a mess. Coffee. Theoretically. Being that the Pan Pastels are so opaque when they go down, it's possible I could come back over this with white and it'll be fine. But I'm going to erase some of it if I can. Mm. Okay. I'm gonna come back here with my smaller pencil eraser. This is how I clean off the eraser tip. Just put it on my glass board and let it rub off whatever color was on there, which I really didn't need to do because it was green and this is black. It's not that bad. Okay. Let's see if we can fix this. Look at that. That's not terrible. It's still not coming out how I want it to, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I have faith in the art gods. I just got a little too messy with it. That's all. Do not judge. Do not judge it. I'm talking to myself. If I was doing a video, I would probably speed this part of the video up, but I'm not doing a video, so I don't think I can speed it up. I'm not sure. Usually my anxiety is really high if I watch the news. Right now, my anxiety is really high because I'm not watching the news and I don't know what's going on. So, this is why I wore this shirt today. Even it's Yellow Day, but also this shirt has been through many an art project with me. So if you are not happy with how I look on camera because my shirt looks raggedy, I knew I was doing this today. I came prepared. I'm already getting black on my shirt. Let's see what's up in the world. Oh, Trump just cursed. I'm just, sometimes you have to stop and stare at your art. It could go good. I'm referring to the art, not the news. I think if I were going to do this again, I would do the wax resist first because I know that comes off. And use this little wax crayon. This is the box that came in. And Brusho wax resist sticks. I used it on that little sea otter I did earlier. And I mean, I could have done that. I also could have added, not added, I could have put a fixative on here, but I didn't want to put fixative over the background. So I didn't. I'm definitely getting a few black smudgies in the yellow. I don't like that. It's probably coming off my hand. Okay, I think that's good enough for the moment. Me. So now what? Okay. Let's go back to this. And just, I'm gonna try to blend this a little bit better on the edges. And we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try to stay out of the lane that I just erased. Uh-oh. It's that time of day. This isn't looking great. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. We'll get there. I'm going to put a little water on here. Not for anything but my hands. See if I can get rid of some of this that I'm transferring. I'm annoyed. Shall we try something else? Okay. I need to have a think. So I think this is where we're going to leave it today. Okay, that is our art for the day. Knock off any dust. Sometimes when you're doing art, you need to set it aside and come back to it. So I do that quite often. This is where we're going to leave it today. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. I really appreciate you watching the video if you made it all the way through, and I hope you come back, and I hope I get better at this. I'm really happy with myself for just doing this today. So, but this needs a thank. So anyway, that's it for me. I'm Princess Bun Bun. This is Periwinkle Palace Art. We do art here. We've made a mess. We're going away.